Hey everyone! Today we're making a pool diorama inspired by Moroccan riads. My goal for this project wasn't just to create something beautiful, but also to keep it affordable by using budget-friendly materials. I hope this video gives you ideas for your own project. Let's get started. We'll start by making printables since I don't want to purchase any. First, I'm downloading some free images from freepik.com. Once I've got the files, I'm opening an online EPS editor. Let's use Vector P. The folder from FreePik comes with an EPS file, so I'll open that here. I only need the background, so I'm deleting everything else. On the right tab, just select the object you don't need and click the trash can icon at the bottom. Now I'm downloading the image. Let's check them. Yep, they look good. Next, let's move over to Canva. Choose your paper size. I'm using letter size. Now I'll upload the image. Now I'll resize the pattern to fill the whole page by copying and pasting it. I'm showing the process here with a smaller pattern, but in the end I actually used a larger version. The steps are exactly the same. Then I just download them. Here are a few different printables I created using the same method. To check the size, I compare the printable against the paper I'll be using. You can scale the image on your monitor to match the actual size before printing. Now let's make pool tile printables. I'm back in Canva, and this time I want to adjust the color. But this blue doesn't look right once it's printed. After doing some research, I learned that printers actually use a different color system than monitors. What? So I opened Photoshop to fix the color. I'm not an expert, so I won't go into details. Please just watch as a reference. Now that all the printables are ready, let's start building the floor, the area that will surround the pool. I'm using dollar store foam boards. Since the diorama is a bit big, I'm making multiple blocks to piece the floor together. Then I glue on the printable paper using regular paper glue. To prevent the boards from warping, I place some weights on top while it dries. The floor is done. Next, let's add the blue pool tiles in the center, where the water will be. Cutting the foam board to fit exactly is tricky, so I added extra papers at the edges that tuck under the floor blocks. This way, small gaps won't show. I'm going to add another printable on the pool edges. Now let's make the water. I'm building a simple frame and covering it with a clear plastic sheet. I'm using transparent wrap from the dollar store, super cheap, under $2. It looks good, but right now the surface is too smooth, almost like the water is completely still. If we want to create a scene with Barbie swimming, we'll need to add some movement. So I cut the wrap to the size of the pool. I'll use Mod Podge to create ripples. Yeah, I know, it hasn't fully dried yet. You can still see some white spots. Let's bring Barbie over on a clear doll stand. Nice! Let's add some polyfill for bubbles. I love this effect. Now let's build the walls. I'm cutting an arched opening. I'll make 2 more. Then I cut 2-inch wide cardboard strips, bend them to match the arc, and glue them in place. I love how this looks, totally Moroccan vibes. Next, I'm using one of the tile printables. The print looks amazing on the wall. Then I add a foam board strip on top and paint the cardboard edges white. Now I'm making the wall that goes behind the arched wall. Done. Time for furniture. First, I'm building the sofa frame. Then I'm adding felt for padding. And finally covering it with ivory fabric. I chose red and orange for that traditional Moroccan feel. This is from my previous video. I'll add it here. This is also from my previous video. Link in the description. For plants, I reused the printable I bought on Etsy in a previous video, but this time I printed the leaves much bigger. Since the green wire was too thin to hold them, I'm adding extra supports. The tube around the wire also makes it look nicer. I'm brushing Mod Podge on the leaves for a glossy finish. Now they're ready to go into a pot. You can see the new ones are way bigger than the original. And here they are added to the set. Let's make some wall art. I found another image on Freepik and opened it in Canva. I'll adjust the color a bit. This time no worries about the blue tones. I used a slate filter and warmed it up with more yellow. Here's the print. I'll glue it onto a piece of foam board. Done! Super easy. Now let's make a table. I cut a foam board circle and a paper strip, then wrapped and glued the strip around the circle. And I'm painting it brown. Now I'm making legs. I'm finishing it with varnish. It really makes a difference. I'll add this light brown fabric on the tabletop. So cute! Let's set up some breakfast on it. Yum! Time for the final craft of this project, the lamp. First, I'm making the top part. I'm just using tape to hold the pieces together while I glue. Next, let's build the main body of the lamp. Now I'll glue the top part onto the body. Time to paint it gold. The foam board edges look a little rough, so I'm covering them with paper strips. The gold is a bit too yellow. I'll add a layer of silver on top. Perfect! Love this color. Finally, I'm adding plastic sheets to the sides for a glass effect. Now the crafting part is finished. I'm adding a few more miniatures and some pieces from my previous projects. This electric candle is from the dollar store. And this one is from a past video. And now we're ready for photoshoot time with Barbies. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!